Bloody hell, it's a Squier Cyclone.
Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted.
Right, you heard it right. We're doing a Squier. And I've got a soft spot for Squiers because that pink finger thing I filmed eons ago still does the round on eBay. I think it might be my first £1,000 video, which is insane because I didn't even know what I was bloody doing. People still moan about my techniques in that. Not as much as the wife moans about my techniques. But there you go. Let's have a little look at this thing. What an absolute banger of a guitar. I love it. Absolute banger. Needs a bit of love. Most Squiers do. I love a Squier. They're hit and miss. They are hit and miss. More miss than hit recently. I'm checking to see if there's a cover note. I can't remember who sent this one in, but I'll put it here now if I find it. If you ever send me a guitar, make sure there's a cover note with your name and address so I can show the world who sent in this lovely thing. A Squier Cyclone. I don't know anything about it. It's got a trem. It looks like, I thought it was a fixed bridge to start with. Don't know if I've got a waggle stick. I'll have a little look. It's got a humbucker and a single coil and a funny wonk. It's got switches where I don't expect them to be. It's got a front mount jack, which I do like because it makes it a sofa burner, doesn't it? You can do things on the sofa with it. Things I've spotted about this already. The sharpest of fretboards, like crazy sharp. Frets have got the typical fret sprout. They're not massive. We've got a plastic nut. I'm not upgrading this guitar. I just want to get it working and I really want to listen to it because I haven't heard it yet. Let's get it propped up and have a proper look at what's going to go on. Oh yeah, welcome back everyone. My name's Paul. This is Milehouse Studios. Here's some signs to do some swearing. If you don't like swearing, you can you have my permission to fuck right off. Hey! Banter starts at 0, knobheads, so strap in. Let's have a little look at how straight the neck is and check out the frets first, because that's where the pain is. The classic vibe I bought and reviewed, the frets were absolute piss poor. I don't know when this was made. It's a much cheaper variety of Squier, so keep your fingers crossed and your nuts if you want. As he looked around for his ruler, which is on the table. This is one of those, I've got lots of clearance in the middle here, so you'd think you want to bend the neck back and flatten the fretboard to work on it. But I've also got a lot of clearance at the first. It's a weird anomaly that happens with guitars and it falls away at the first. Not great. That's a bad start. Yeah. So that's not bad. It's not bad with a bit of love and a bit of attention. So if you don't know what that is, where have you fucking been? Fret rocker, we're just testing. If your frets rock, then it means that the one in the middle is higher than the two either side. So we can go through and just adjust it and tap some frets down and see if we can get it to adjust. Naturally, because this fretboard falls away on the first, I've got a rock there. But it's not that bad. Let us tap. So, not too bad. They've done as they were told, so I'm very surprised. As I'll always say, every week, once you've used your fret rocker and you've tapped your frets in and you think you're happy, do it again. There's a couple on here that I think are going to need a bit of additional love. So, I'm going to whip through it again and then we'll come back and I'll show you another little cheeky product. There's a lot of fucking merm on the fretboard of this one. So, it looks like it's been played, but it's in pretty good condition. Someone's got cheesy fingers. It's DNA encrusted. That's all I'm going to say. There's a couple of frets here. Let's bring in little Dave. Come on, Dave. There's a couple of frets here that are beyond tapping down. They're pretty shit. You've got some high ones, like over here. So if I support under the second one, doesn't matter what I do, I've got a tiny rock there. Now you can get yourself a Stumac fret kisser. It's got diamond stones in here and it'll run 2 frets and the high fret in the middle, and it'll just take that off. Now, of all the products that StewMac sell, I don't like that, and a lot of other people don't like it. It's just not very good. Fertilizer, and there is, wait for it, there is an affiliate link below for fertilizer. I don't do adverts, I really don't. People fucking message all the time when you're a YouTuber. Can you do an advert for this? We'll send you this. Will you sponsor it? Will you do a 30-second advert? And I'll never do. But I've found this product, and only recently I've got an affiliate link, because actually I'll stand by it. It's really, really good. It does the same thing as the StewMac, but it's got a little notch on here, which it looks a bit like a fret rocker, but there's a little notch there. And you just cut a little bit of sandpaper. I find this to be actually a lot better. 400 grit, it comes with loads of different grits when you get it. And you literally put that on there, and you can go in line. You can start off by going sideways, and then you can finish going in line. Always finish going in line. You want your scratches going the right direction, especially with this initial 400 grit. It's a bit abrasive. And it's just going to take the top off that one until, I mean, that's all that was needed there. You're doing a proper localized fret level. Bang on. Fine. Now, when you're doing fret tapping and a little bit of spot leveling, we're leveling it up your game now. If you want to do a bit of that, it's a little bit more non-reversible, but you're not doing a lot. Do the most you can with your fret rocker. Go up and down, and if there's a couple that you just can't tap, then have a little look. Try one. See if you can solve it. Don't be afraid of it. Sometimes you get a rock and it feels monumental, but it's not. The difference isn't that big. So again, I'm just going to go against the grain, and then with it, you're not really taking much of the crown off the fret, so don't panic. Check either side. So really, this week, we're leveling up your game with this. Definitely taking it to the next step. Fret tapping, you can get a fretboard to 95%, 90%. It will never be a 1mm shredder at that percentage. You need a fret level and do it properly. But you can get it fucking close. This, you can get it even closer. Well, that's not bad, to be honest. That didn't take long. I've literally been doing that 10 minutes. Those frets are pretty damn close now. I'm going to have to scrape this fretboard because someone's been fingering things and then playing the guitar, and we've got ham wallet juice and things all over there. I just learnt that phrase, ham wallet. I think it's absolutely disgusting, and it's a keeper, definitely. So a quick Stanley blade, upright, either side, and we're just going to get rid of that marm. Right, next little job. We're just whizzing through it, aren't we? When you get your fertilizer system and you get all your sandpapers for doing your spot leveling, one of them is 400 grit. It's what I've been using. You can use those same strips. We've got this that's really sharp, and that's going to affect how this guitar feels massively, more than a lot of stuff, to be honest. So we've got sharp fret ends, although they're not too bad. If you've got sharp fret ends, this is what I do. I've got 2 fret end, well, that's a fret end dressing file. It's a StewMac one, it's very posh. Got this one, is a bit more heavy-handed. That's from Calico. You can get these on eBay. I think he's local to me, I don't know. This is perfect for just whipping down and getting rid of the worst of that. Now, there's not much of a bevel on these frets. That makes a big difference to how frets feel. Now, we're going to roll the edges, so you haven't got to worry about taking the finish off the side of a brown fretboard. Don't panic about that. So all I'm doing there is making sure that any tang sticking out is not on there. That's all good in the hood. Now it's going to be a case of going up either side of these, angled and around, and just getting the worst of the arris off. Instantly a lot better. If they still feel sharp, and again, because these have not got a big bevel, so you're going to feel the frets. So you can decide, I haven't taken the piss out of Phil for a while, but if you want to give your guitar a wank with your wife's tights, you can. It's fine. I'll take the piss, but it's actually a very good test. I've filed them. I haven't sanded them yet. These are brand new tights. I haven't touched myself in these yet. And we go up and down like that, and we've still got some ladders. Yeah, just some little cheeky ladders on there. Not a lot. Nowhere near as bad as we had. And in fact, on the bottom of the guitar, we've got none. That's a little bit more important down that end. So all I'm going to do now, got another little piece of me 400 grit. Comes with a frettilizer system. It's like fucking QVC here today. I'm sorry. It is just genuinely what I use on these tech ones. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to allow my finger to round on that sandpaper. And I'm just going to go in circles. Your bean flicking technique, if she likes circular. And I'm just going to get around the ends of those frets. Always be feeling what you're doing. Mask up your guitar if you love her. So I'm allowing my finger to push down. We're starting the rounding process. Keep going. Get the missus' tights back out. Get yourself a bit with no marks. Much better. There you go. You could rub that up and down your shaft. Wouldn't matter. Wouldn't be a mark on him. So do the same both sides. And then I'm going to do the same again, but with 800 grit. Because I'm fucking posh. Look out for the link below to Mrs. Richards' OnlyFans. I actually only include pictures of her hooves because she's got a face like a fucking blind cobbler's thumb. But yeah, look out for that. I could do with the money. I'm going to spend it on my gambling habit. I don't really gamble. I'm not a gambler. Never understood the gambling thing myself. And I think that's a blessing, not a curse. I've actually never placed a bet in a gambling shop in my life. I did go in one once and read a paper while I was waiting for me mate to lose 40 quid or whatever the fuck he did. That's taken the worst of that off. They still feel sharp because there's no bevel. It's weird. There's no getting around that. Stop going on about fucking bevels, Paul. No one cares. Right, there's many ways you can put a round on a fretboard. One way I was shown and one way I like is you can use the shaft of your screwdriver and you can just depress the side of that fretboard. I like to start using that technique all the way up. Rub it, rub it. So rather than sanding the wood away, we're going to compress it. We're trying to mimic years of use. And you can't hurt anything doing it this way. Isn't it weird? Like a custom shop guitar in the old days, one of the selling points, the reason it was £3,000 more is because it had a rolled fretboard. And it's literally the easiest thing you can do yourself. It's almost as easy as offending people on the internet.
Your language is offensive.
That's already a vast improvement, and I've taken quite a bit of paint off my shaft. The next stage you can do, a little bit more aggressive, Stanley knife. And just be whipping very lightly. I'm hardly pressing. And I'm just going a few passes around that corner. Now I'm spending minutes doing this. You can spend hours, and the results at the end, it'll be like you're doing it with someone else's. Which apparently be like sitting on your hand before a bit of self-flagellation. Quite the sensation I've heard, allegedly.
Allegedly!
Right, now I've done that, I'm going to run up again. Don't be afraid to repeat a few actions. You want to constantly be running your hands over it, over what you're doing. If you're not happy, do it again. Believe it or not, I've watched quite a lot of tech videos. I've met a lot of techs in the last sort of 6 to 8 months. I always pick their brains. And what I can tell you is that they're all a little bit neurotic, absolutely, as we all are, to be honest.
Yup!
And they all do it differently. So some of them will scream and shout at what I'm doing here because it's not how they do it. But I guarantee if they made videos, people will be shouting and screaming about the way they did it. It's all very different and people have their own ways of doing things. But the result is what matters. And honestly, if you watch loads of videos about this, you can only benefit from it. Right, that's a little bit better. Now, I'm going to do something that a lot of people don't. Lovely soft sanding pads, right, super fine. I'm going to just go mad now. Don't be afraid to go over your nut a little bit. No one likes a sharp nut, I've heard. So the thing about these files is they've got safety edges on them. There's nothing on that bottom edge. So you don't have to worry about scratching things up too much. Lovely. Right, next product push. Are you ready for this? My favourite, my best find the whole time I've been doing this bullshit on the channel is the Fretilizer. Link below. It's just fucking brilliant. All right, other people's comments. If you've bought this, comment below and tell everyone what you think of it, because your opinion's worth more than mine, because you're real. So always read the comments, people. If you've bought this and you don't like it, or if you bought it and you do like it, let people know what you think. All right, your comments are very valid down in the comment section. Let's teach by example. Well, I'm going to blast through this and we'll come back, put some products on, and I'm going to set it up. As per usual, I'm on the Axe Wax at the minute because it was free and actually it's really good. Fretboard conditioning oil. This has got a bit of a finish on it. I'm not sure what this is going to do, but it might sink in, it might not. It's a bit like advice I give to my kids. Don't always get through the fucking chrome dome, but you know, we keep trying, don't we? And then to give the guitar a little bit of a clean up, we'll be hitting it with a bit of finger blast. And I'm not sure what it's actually called, but that name, I think you'll agree, is much funnier. If I get the odd comment like this prick, I don't include every stage in every video, because they'd all be the fucking same video, wouldn't it? That's boring. It's more about 20 minutes of entertainment, looking at some guitars, discovering what we discover, and not discovering what we don't. Honestly, it's just a fucking waste of time. But I enjoy doing it and you seem to enjoy watching it. And that's the only reason. It's just a bit of fun. If you take this seriously, I suspect you're a bit of a wanker. That's a lovely can of Coke. Before we go down to Fritzl's, and yes, my basement is named after the famous nasty bastard, Mr. Fritzl. And if you don't like that, that's fine. Can't please everyone. I've got WD-40 contact cleaner. It's not WD-40, it is WD-40, but it is the special green contact cleaner. That is for switches. Ta-da, right, lovely. And then for pots, we have got deoxit. Oh, you can't use deoxit, birds will die. Whatever the fuck you don't agree with, I don't give a shit. Always give a little spray of deoxit into me pots, because that's what it's for. Lovely. They felt fine. I was getting no issues. It's got tiny pots. It's got that there for plugging things into. Underneath here is some wires for the humbuckers. Other things I've found. Let me just screw these on so we don't get carried away. Lovely. We've still got that tiny bit of fall away at the first fret. It's not the end of the world. You can see we've got some very, very shiny frets. Thank you, Fretilizer. Lovely jubbly. I've put a roller string tree on because I'm not a psychopath. On the back, we've got these here, which change the pitch of the strings. They feel fine. Not the poshest, not the bestest. Crafted in Indonesia. It's an Indonesian mung bean. Lovely. It's got a matte neck. No flame to speak of. It's flat sawn. It's not quarter sawn. Does that matter? No, of course it doesn't. This feels absolutely fine. The trem is quite flat to the body. You can adjust that if you want. It's got a tiny bit of waggle. I've set it at 1.4, 1.6. Everything feels fine. I'm dying to plug this in. It's even got a little picture of a whirly gig on the top. I know it's a Cyclone. You don't have to comment. Yeah. I mentioned that, I've got to say, I'm reading comments from today's video, which is the Charvel Charvette that has gone. And I said, when you tune in trems, tune your top two strings, your E and your A, half a step high, or a step high, whatever you want. And then when you tune these, it will bring it down. So I said, tune your top string to E sharp, a little fucking Easter egg for the people. And obviously we've got some musicians in the chat and they are giving me shit because, as we know, E's and B's do not have sharps. Everyone knows that. Anyone who's had a guitar lesson as a 4-year-old knows that. But I couldn't help put it in. I actually had someone in the workshop laughing his fucking head off as I said it. And we were talking as people were going to explode. So I hope you do explode. Just beware, this isn't Ofcom. And no one here, namely me and my Kemper profiler, none of us give a fuck. See you downstairs. What an asshole. So to conclude, back on the bench, the frets on this thing were fine. I really like this guitar. I like it because it's kind of cool. It's got a bit of Kurt Cobain about it. I know it's not the one he uses. Used, past tense, obviously, everyone knows what I mean. Yeah, really, really cool guitar. Super light. I'll weigh it, because you've got to weigh a guitar these days, otherwise you're a nonce. 7.8 lubs. You can do your own conversions. I don't know how many mung beans that is. It's quite a lot. Yeah, really, really cool guitar. I've always been a fan of Fender Squier humbuckers and pickups in general. So many of you upgrade your pickups when really you should be working on your frets and upgrading your amp. Put your money where it really counts. Most pickups will get you a phenomenal sound. It's very rare I come across a set that I really can't get dialed in or like get something that I appreciate. These are brilliant. That's got more punch than it normally has in the neck. Fender know what they're doing, don't they? I know they rest on their laurels and there's things that could be better, but this actually is a cult. It's a bit of a cult classic. Before this got sent to me, I'd never heard of a Fender Cyclone. It's a full thickness body. It's super light. It's cool because it's a Squier. I don't care what anyone says. I find Squiers cooler than actual Fenders. I do, because I think making a cheap guitar play amazingly, and it does play amazingly, it's really good. I think that's better than making a really expensive guitar play amazingly. This is an absolute win for me. It's been a pleasure having it in the workshop. The eBay listing is live. If you want to help a YouTuber out, you can use the affiliate links. You can watch a video that gets suggested at the end of the video. Normally, I put a silly clip up at the end of the video after the thank you bit. Watch that and there'll be some suggested bullshit. And you can watch a second video. Then everyone will know that I am fucking legendary. Oh, my son's ringing. I'll see you later on. Special wave. Talk about fucking special. Yeah.
Hi there, madam. Are you enjoying your ice cream?
I would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't £5
How are you handling this intense heat wave, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I've just had 6 pints in Wetherspoons and now I'm going to head home and sit in the garden with my balls out.
Do you really think it's safe to be outside in weather like this?
Yes, I think it's perfectly okay because I'm not a brainwashed snowflake.
It's 30 degrees today. Are you coping okay, my love?
It was 34 in Benidorm last week and all I did was sit outside and get pissed. So yeah, I'm fine.
Are you enjoying a nice day at the beach today?
Oh no, there's far too many people here. It's busier than Bonnie Blue's house on a Friday night.